All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we have ourselves an absolutely insane story coming out right now from Madam Savvy over on X, who is going over the leaked art books for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And she has found some absolutely insane stuff that I want to go over. We're going to react to some of her videos here in this video. But one thing she did find, and I want to give you a little sneak peek, is that she found out that according to this art book, Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to feature a recruitable non-binary character. You will be able to collect a bunch of misfits, some of which seem to pander to modern day language. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to have a non-binary character recruited in Assassin's Creed Shadows, great job. You're going to be able to have that. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now let's read what Savvy has to say, and then we're going to watch the video. It says, supposedly, this is the opening for the leaked art book of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I do a small breakdown of the laughable intro. Even here, you can smell the begging for points. We triple checked. Also, yes, the child character did live with a monk, and the consultant they had is an expert in one thing and one thing only. Child R-word, which she calls transgenerational love between monks and little boys. Now, obviously, what she's actually an expert in isn't going to be in the game, but it's just an interesting parallel. So let's check out what Savvy has to say. Let's read this. Let's check out this actual video. Let me pause it really quick. And let's do it from the beginning. Here we go. Maximum volume.
All right, so supposedly, please take this with a grain of salt, the art book for Assassin's Creed Shadow has leaked. Now, I've already gone through some of this, but I'd like to go ahead and highlight some very important parts that, if this is real, kind of confirms what a lot of people have been trying to argue, and the people who are wrong are not going to be happy about this. History has always been the playground of Assassin's Creed, and we take great pride in being accurate and true to the historical timeline and cultures. For this game, we've doubled, if not tripled, the effort to make sure that we had a thorough understanding of the Japanese culture of this time period.
Oh my God. We are starting off with a banger. We are starting off with a banger. Holy crap. Yeah, you definitely triple check, guys. You made sure that you had all your ducks in a row, because the multitude of mistakes that were caught in this video game that we haven't even seen the actual fucking iceberg yet. We've only scratched the surface of the mistakes that you've made, and you've had another 3 to 4 months delay in order to fix all those mistakes. God knows what we would have found if this game would have released when it was supposed to.
Now, this line right here, gosh, I sure hope that this is fake for their sake. I really do. The consultant that they have is a woman who knows nothing about Japanese history in terms of Japanese history, but instead focuses on child.
Bruh.
You can go find her work in any number of previous posts, and I've talked about her before and read off some of her work on live streams. So they're claiming that they have a thorough understanding of Japanese culture of the time period, which they've gotten architecture wrong, they've gotten seasons wrong, they've gotten fruit wrong, they've gotten weapons wrong.
I still to this day cannot understand or believe that watermelon is in Assassin's Creed Shadows. I can't. I mean, the jokes write themselves at this point. Like, what the? When I saw that video and I reacted to it live on Hypnocast, I lost my mind. I was like, they got watermelon? No way they got watermelon. That's insane, bro.
They've gotten words wrong. They used the Torii gates incorrectly. Need I go on? We worked with historians, no you didn't, experts, and Ubisoft local team members to ensure our game was respectful of Japanese culture and the historical background. All of our research in a field trip led...
Yeah, it's so respectful to Japanese culture that you could just walk up to a pregnant Japanese woman who's unarmed and knock her head off her body. Literally, I am not kidding. You could run around with Yasuke and knock her freaking head off, and nobody would even bat an eye. They'd probably praise you for it. There'll probably be hashtag BLM. There'll probably be some fists in the air. There'll probably be a couple of TikToks being made for all we know.
Led us to define what kind of world we wanted to create. It became clear to us that we needed to make a postcard of Japan. They've really screwed this up. Japan is incredibly beautiful. It's diverse landscapes, of course. We have to have the AI-driven content here. It's diverse landscapes filled with mountain chains and coastlines are stunning. The architecture, urbanism, and harmony with nature are The architecture, urbanism, and harmony with nature are mesmerizing and awe-inspiring. Japan is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful countries and cultures in the world. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, player will explore a dynamic and ever-changing open world, all of which is affected by dynamic seasons and weather systems, and is directly impacted by their actions. As we progress from one location to another, we wanted to highlight the diverse themes and distinct moods from secluded countryside vistas, blah, blah, blah. The game introduces a novel dual protagonist system featuring Naoi?
Naoi.
An adept shinobi assassin from Iga. And, here we go, Yasuke, the powerful African samurai of historical legend.
I love the sarcasm.
Oh boy. So she is an agile, stealth-focused shinobi who will use noise, light, and shadows to evade detection as enemies respond to their changing surroundings. Yasuke is a charismatic, combat-oriented samurai. Keep in mind, he doesn't know Japanese. Striking his foes with brutal precision. He was the first African ever seen by the great daimyo Oda Nobunaga, who made him a samurai, and brought him into service. Sure. As a new...
Oh, so we just flat out lying now. Like, we're just flat out lying. So you claim to be historically accurate. You claim to be all of these things, and yet you are just flat out fucking lying and saying he was indeed 100% a samurai. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem. This is a difference between a game like Neo and a game like this, where you have them claiming, yes, he was this 100%. Factual, no doubt about it, historically accurate. He was 100% this. And Japan literally tells you that he wasn't. Right? All actual Japanese historians, not the ones that are, bought out by woke Westerners. I'm talking about real Japanese historians. They know for truth that Yasuke was never said to be a samurai. Never, ever said to be a samurai. Not even close. You really mean to believe that this man was a samurai in 15 months of being in Japan when nobody even knew what the hell he was? You really mean to say that at this point? You guys just wanted a power fantasy. That's what it is. You wanted to have the power fantasy of a black man running around murdering Asians. That's really what it was. I don't really care about YouTube demonetization at this point. That's the fucking truth of it.
Newcomer Yasuke brings an interesting and complementary angle to Naoi's take on feudal Japan. I know I'm butchering everyone's names. That's actually not intentional. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. The making of Assassin's Creed Shadows was an incredible adventure filled with challenges. It required a massive collective effort and made possible by many people and a huge positive impact, blah, blah, blah.
That deep sigh is amazing because it's literally ended by a white guy. All this talk about fucking Yasuke and all this shit is ended by a conversation of a white guy. That's absolutely insane. All right, so let's see this second post here from Madam Savvy. Now, this one is interesting because it supposedly has to do with a non-binary character that is recruitable in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's see more about this.
So this is from the supposed art book leak. It is possible that it is fake, of course, but supposedly the Assassin's Creed Shadows art book has leaked. It, of course, gives off story, gives off some background, gives off characters. Now, every character is written very specifically, right? So we have a he up here. We talk about Naoi, she, they use that. But this character is quite interesting right here. Ibuki. Free-spirited, rebellious, yet joyful by nature, this recruitable ally is a solitary ronin who comes from a clan of obedient samurai, but now follows a unique moral compass. They were well-trained and excel in combat, but always felt constrained by the strict rules and stoicism of the samurai class. Typically clad in a classic kimono and hakama pants, Ibuki harbors a deep reverence for poetry, art, and nature.
Oh, no. Here we go with the they-thems, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of a non-binary character with Ibuki. Got to call them they-them in feudal Japan because clearly that was historically accurate. You mean to tell me that this entire nonsense at the beginning of this art book about how they're so historically accurate that they had experts, they had consultants, they had all this nonsense, and you're going to be rocking they-thems? I swear to God, if this game has they-thems in this game, it's going to be roasted for a year minimum. Minimum.
I'm going to go out on a limb, just like with some of the other things they've got wrong. This is just a form of pandering, but what do I know? There are some other characters here that are, oops, I wanted to go backwards, my bad. Here we go. I wanted to just go backwards to show you some of the other pages. Oh, just kidding. There we go. Just that way you can kind of see how everybody else is written. Ginojo plays the classic Robin Hood role as a thief who robs the rich, gives the loot to the poor, and delights in wrecking general chaos throughout his home province. We have another individual, another recruitable ally, so it does look like we're going to be putting together a ragtag group of misfits. He comes from a mining village. He feels a strong sense of justice. So, you know, I mean, I can only make some assumptions here, but you do you. Have a look. It is in the second tweet from Grums. Thank you, Grums, for posting it.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that with the other characters having certain pronouns that are based on an actual reality, that one character having they, them as the pronouns being used for them, it's pretty clear that they're going to be a non-binary character. And of course, it's even more believable considering that it's a female NPC because it's mostly 99% women that do the whole non-binary nonsense because being female is not special enough anymore. So they got to throw in that extra tidbit of non-binary to try to get some clout. But ultimately, that's basically what it is. So Assassin's Creed Shadows obviously is going to be releasing in a month or so, and now we are at this point where the art book is being leaked. All kinds of stuff is being leaked. Ubisoft has moles everywhere, and people are tired at what they're doing over at Ubisoft. It's not just us. There are employees there that are trying to fight back, and this is their way of doing so. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.